So this police body camera footage of a student out of Miami University in Ohio was trending all weekend long. Off-campus college party. No one was wearing a mask. And several of the people actually hosting the party said that they tested positive for COVID-19 and threw the party anyway. We're seeing these so-called super spreader situations happening at colleges around the campus, around the country, high school, middle schools. It's exactly one of the reasons so many people say they're not going back or that they are back in the classrooms, but they're terrified right now. One teacher was so fed up, she actually quit. We have a college student who did everything right, she says, and then she returned to campus, but still got COVID. They're now back at home, but are these the canaries in the coal mine stories that so many educators and students fear? Brianna Hayes is a freshman at the University of North Carolina. She joins us from her home in Wilmington, North Carolina. Welcome, Brianna. And we also have with us former school teacher Rebecca Asher. She joins us from her home, my hometown, Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you both for joining us. Rebecca, I have to launch in with you first. Full disclosure, I was a student in the Fort Worth Independent School District. I'm actually a part of their Student Hall of Fame, so I'm happy about that part of it. I'm not happy to see such a great teacher like yourself, who is now an Uber driver because you had to leave your job. I actually think she froze up. So as I said, it was live TV. We got to keep it rolling, and hopefully we'll get her signal back up. Meanwhile, Brianna, let me go to you. All weekend long, these stories of college students partying and getting exposed. You went back to school. You said you did everything right, and you still became positive, COVID-19 positive. How's that possible, some people would say?
I mean, I don't know. It's really a tricky situation. I went to campus health only a couple days after the first classes started, and I had symptoms, but everyone thought, how could this happen when you're doing everything right, always wearing a mask? But I don't know. We still can't figure it out. I got COVID, went through all of isolation, and it's really interesting because I had a suite with 7 other roommates, and none of them tested positive for it.
Did you see any of these parties at school, like the one that went viral over the weekend, where it was at the University of North Carolina, at the University in Georgia there?
Um, I mean, I didn't really witness any parties myself. There wasn't any going on in my residence hall, at least. Um, I kind of heard about some, but not a whole lot. I mean, I know there were some, but
Yeah. I mean, it's so strange. You say you did everything right. Your suite mates didn't contract the virus. You did. I think that's what adds to, and I don't like to use the word scary because Lord knows things are scary enough. I don't need to add to it. But that adds to the mystery and the uncertainty of why not only students but teachers are worried. We have Rebecca's signal back up. Rebecca, you were very passionate about this decision. You're now driving an Uber to make ends meet as Uber Eats delivered. That's how bad you did not want to go back into the classroom.
Right, right. I mean, I was not wanting to go back. I did not feel my district had the right PPEs in place for any of the teachers at that point that we were supposed to report back to school. And I talked to my husband and I said, I think this is the decision we have to make. And he's like, do what you believe. So that's what we did.
You did what you believe, and then the school district decided to have online classes. Did that vindicate you in any way, or did that make you more upset? Because you were saying, let's not launch back into this. You were met with resistance, and now they're kind of following what you suggested in the first place.
Well, I'm glad that they did that. For my fellow educators, I know that that was the right thing, and I'm glad that this happened for them. Am I bittersweet about it? Sure. I mean, I miss my students terribly. Of course, I want to be back in a classroom. I love what I do, but it wasn't going to be the right thing for my family because I wanted to keep my kids and have them have the option of being home for a while and doing remote learning. And I just wasn't going to have another option.
Oh, my goodness. Brianna, are you going back to school? What happens with your future now?
well, I mean, we have the rest of the semester online. Who knows what will happen for next semester? I mean, of course, it's my freshman year.
Yeah.
I'd love to be back in school, but we really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, none of us do. Thank you both for joining. And Rebecca, as I said, Fort Worth ISD, special place in my heart, and I hope that you'll be able to resolve this in the future.